Hello, and welcome back to SolSocial with Dr. Makeba and Friends. I'm Dr. Makeba, your guide on this journey of self discovery and spiritual awakening. In today's episode, we're diving into something we've all experienced, that little nudge, that feeling deep inside that just won't go away. You might ignore it, push it aside, or even rationalize it away, but it's there for a reason. That, my friend, is the niggle. Today, we're going to talk about what it means to trust that niggling feeling, why it shows up, and how to work with it instead of against it. So let's get into it. We're diving into the importance of listening to that niggling feeling deep inside, the one that keeps calling you toward change, growth, and truth. You know that feeling, that slight discomfort that shows up out of nowhere and just sits there. It might be subtle at first, almost like a whisper, but the more you try to ignore it, the louder it gets. That's the niggle. And it's not going anywhere until you pay attention. That niggle is your inner guidance system, the part of you that knows something isn't quite right or that something needs to change. It's that feeling in your gut when you're about to make a decision that doesn't align with who you are. It's the discomfort you feel when you stay in a situation that's no longer serving you. Now, I know it's easy to ignore the niggle. Life is busy, and sometimes it's just more convenient to keep moving forward without stopping to deal with that annoying feeling. But trust me, the niggle is there to help you, not hurt you. It's a signpost that something in your life is out of alignment and it's calling you to take notice. So we're going to talk about a few tools today. Tool number one, tuned into the niggle. The first step is to stop ignoring it. When you feel that little discomfort creeping up, take a moment to tune in. It's not about pushing it away or distracting yourself, it's about giving it space. Here's something simple you can try when the niggle shows up. Just pause. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths and ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Don't force an answer. Just let your intuition speak. It might not be clear right away, but giving yourself permission to acknowledge the niggle is the first step to understanding it. Tool number two, the body knows. Something we don't talk about enough is how much wisdom the body holds. That niggle you're feeling, it often shows up in the body first, long before your mind catches on. Maybe you get a knot in your stomach, some tightness in your chest, or a restless feeling in your limbs. You just can't stay still. These are all signals from your body that something is off. One of the best ways to understand that niggle is to connect with how it feels physically. Take a moment to scan your body from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top. Where are you holding tension? What sensations are you noticing? Sometimes just tuning into the physical sensations can give you a clue about what that niggle is really trying to say. The body never lies. It's always trying to communicate with us, so take time to listen. Those aches and pains, too, they're trying to tell you something. Listen. Tool number three, trust the process. Here's the thing about the niggle. It often shows up when we're on the verge of change. Maybe there's a decision you've been avoiding, a conversation you've been putting off, or a step you know you need to take that you haven't. The niggle is there to remind you that growth is on the other side of that discomfort. But trusting the niggle means trusting the process. You don't have to have it all figured out right away. You don't have to know every detail of what's next. All you need to do is trust that this feeling is showing up for a reason and that following it will lead you to where you need to be. Start by asking yourself, what is one small step I can take today to honor this feeling? It doesn't have to be a big life-changing decision. Maybe it's just speaking your truth in a conversation or finally addressing that nagging thought you've been pushing away. Whatever it is, start small and trust that each step will guide you in the right direction. Tool number 4, letting go of the fear. Let's talk about fear for a minute. One of the biggest reasons we ignore that niggle is fear. Fear of change, fear of the unknown, fear of making the wrong decision. But here's the truth. The niggle isn't something to be afraid of. It's there to guide you, to help you move closer to your true self. So instead of letting fear stop you, try reframing it. What if the niggle isn't something scary, but something exciting? What if it's a sign that you're on the brink of something beautiful, even if you can't see it yet? I want you to try this exercise the next time you feel the niggle. Instead of reacting with fear or anxiety, say this to yourself. I trust that this feeling is leading me to something better. I trust that this feeling is leading me to something better. I trust that this feeling is leading me to something better. Repeat it until it feels true. Over time, you'll start to see that the niggle isn't your enemy, it's your greatest ally. The niggle is always there to guide you, to remind you that something needs your attention. It's not there to make you uncomfortable for no reason. It's there to lead you to growth, to alignment, to your next step. So the next time that feeling comes up, don't push it away. Take a moment to tune in, listen to your body, trust the process, and let go of the fear. Because when you trust the niggle, you're trusting yourself, and that's where the real magic happens. Remember to listen to that inner voice. It's always guiding you toward what's next. Thank you for joining me on this episode of SolSocial with Dr. Makeba and Friends. If this episode spoke to you, I invite you to share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. This helps us keep spreading the light. Remember, you can follow me on Instagram at Dr. Makeba for Love 222 for more insights and updates. And as always, all 8 episodes of this season are ready for you. So if you're feeling called, go ahead and dive into the next one. Until next time, keep trusting that inner voice and let it guide you to your highest self. I'll see you soon on SolSocial with Dr. Makeba and Friends. Love and light.